Today I want to share with you how I created this card with the layered background using new products from Ranger. For today's card, I'm going to be using the Make It Wild Hearts stamp set. I'm also going to be using the Pegboard Make It Stencil. And then I'm going to be using 3 of the new Archival ink colors. So I'm going to be using the Avocado Toast, Sweet Treat, and the Dark Roast. And I'm really loving this dark roast. So I've cut down a piece of Hurley cardstock to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to start out by bringing in my Sweet Treat Archival ink. So I'm just going to blend some of the ink onto my background. And what I want to do is place it in 3 places on the background. And when I do this, I try to evenly space it around the background of my card. So I'm just going to start at the upper right-hand corner, and then I'm going to work myself around the card. So I'm starting from the edge and working towards the center on each spot. Now, I'm not worrying about getting a really smooth blend or getting a perfect blend. Just adding the ink is all I'm doing, because as this dries, it's going to smooth out more, but as we add more layers, it's going to look perfect. So now I'm just going to bring in the Avocado Toast, and I want to just fill in all the spaces that I left blank. So I'm just going to lightly fill in the Avocado Toast, and you can see here, once again, I'm leaving a little bit of white space because when we add in our stamping and stenciling, it's going to look fine. You don't have to get a perfect blend here. So now that I have it like I like it, I'm going to bring out the Wild Hearts stamp set, and I'm going to start out by just stamping the background. So I'm going to start out with the My Heart Is Yours sentiment stamp, and I really love the font on these stamps. So I love the lines. Everything on this stamp set is very bold lines. So what I want to do first is I want to stamp with the Sweet Treat. So I'm just going to stamp the wording in 3 places on my background. Once again, I'm moving around from one edge to the other, and I'm just stamping in 3 places and trying to space them apart so that they're kind of evenly spaced and they're not on top of each other or really close to each other. Now, when I stamp the 3rd time, what I'm going to do is stamp off the edge. So I've brought in a piece of scrap paper so I don't get the stamping all over my mat. And I just want a little bit of this coming off the edge. So I'm not even getting the full wording onto my background. Once you add your whole background, don't even worry if the stamping doesn't come out crisp and clear. When you add all the layers, it's not going to show up. But what I do love about these stamps is they're really easy to stamp. I haven't had any issue just stamping them by hand and getting the smooth stamp instead of having to use my platform. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the Heart Lock, and I'm just going to once again stamp it randomly around my paper. Now you will see I'm stamping over top of the wording. That is fine. I just don't want to stamp on top of each other of the same stamp, but stamping over on the background is fine, because anytime you look at a piece of paper, if you buy a piece of cardstock, they don't have everything just spaced out perfectly. It's typically things are on top of each other, and so it's totally fine to stamp on top of your wording. So you can see here, I'm going to add about 4 or 5 hearts to the background, and I just want some coming in off the edge and then some going off the edge so that it just looks random. Keep in mind, we're going to add a focal point, so you're not going to see the solid background in the end. So it's okay to just mix it up and do what feels right to you as you're stamping. So now I'm going to bring in the heart key, and I'm just going to stamp it in the Avocado Toast. And once again, I'm just going to stamp in 3 areas on my background. Since this one is so long, I decided that 3 would be enough. And when I do that, you can see I'm twisting my stamp different directions, and then I'm stamping off of the edge. Only one of the stamps is fully onto the paper, and that is fine. You want to do that. I think it makes it look more authentic or like a background when you have it, pieces hanging off the edge. I really love stamping off the edge for my backgrounds. So now I'm going to bring in the small heart, and I'm going to bring in the dark roast. And in my mind, when I was making this, I was like, I got to bring in a little bit of chocolate. So this makes me think of chocolate, and I guess I'm still stuck on Valentine's Day, even though it's no longer Valentine's, but I haven't finished all my chocolates from Valentine's, so I guess they're still in my brain. So I am just going to stamp this little heart around the card, and this time I'm just going to try to fill in some of the empty space using the heart stamp. And you can see here, once again, I stamp off the edge. So I'm really liking how this background looks. So now I just want to add in the pegboard stencil. So I'm just going to, once again, I'm going to stencil 3 random spots. For me, odd numbers look, and I think just in art, odd numbers look better. And so a lot of times I just stick with 3. So I'm going to do like I did at the beginning with the pink. I'm going to start in the upper right corner and work around. And I am kind of following where that pink is, but I'm going over the edge so that it blends into some of the avocado toast as well, so that, you know, it all works together and it's all, you know, blended together. And I really love that dark roast on the background. So now what I want to do is I want to just ink the edges of my paper. So I think that the dark roast is going to frame it out beautifully. So I'm going to start out first by just trying to get the dark roast on the edges just to frame out my background. And this will look good when we glue this to our card base. It's going to help this background piece just pop off of your card base. So once I have the edges all darkened like I want them and have that frame look, I am going to lay this down onto my white scrap paper, and I'm just going to lightly blend around the edges just to get that little shadow effect and just to add a little bit more to that frame. And so I really love how this is looking. So now I just want to work on my focal point. So I'm very stingy with my paper, so I keep all my scraps, especially for stamping things like this. So here is a strip of the Simon Hurley cardstock from when I made a card some other time. And so I've just gotten it out of my scrap bin, and I'm just going to stamp the heart key as well as the heart lock onto this cardstock. And so I'm stamping it with the dark roast once again. I'm really loving these new colors. And so I'm loving the bright pink and green, but I'm also loving the darkness of the dark roast. And now I'm just going to bring in my inks that I was using before. I'm trying to see how it looks just to use the ink that was left on my sponge. But I feel like this is not dark enough, so I'm just going to bring in some more of this avocado toast, and I'm just going to ink around and on top of this key and the heart locket. But you can see I'm not filling it in completely. So I want to have both colors, the sweet treat and the avocado green, on each piece. I'm going to add a little bit more of the sweet treat, and I'm just going to blend that around. Now, you don't want to blend these two together too much because you will get kind of close to a brown color. So I'm not wanting to change the color. I'm just wanting to have bits of the avocado toast and bits of the sweet treat onto both of my stamped images. So now I'm going to fussy cut out both of these images, and then once I get through fussy cutting them out, I'll come back and we'll finish our focal point. Okay, so now that I have those two cut out, I'm going to stamp my focal point, and I'm going to stamp My Heart Is Yours again, but this time I'm going to use the dark roast, and I've just cut out a circle. So this is the time to bring out your layered dies or your electronic cutting machine or your scissors, or in the past I didn't have either, so I just had a circle cutter. So anything to cut out just a circle and then stamp it. And then I'm going to layer the heart lock and the heart key onto the circle. And once I get it the way I like it, I'll just glue it down. It takes a few moments for me to decide which direction I want each of the images going. And then I'm just going to glue those onto the heart. And then I'll pop all of this up onto the front of the card. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button so it lets me and Ranger know that you enjoyed today's project. And hopefully today's project has inspired you to try out some of these new colors and to try out this technique on creating a card. And don't forget to subscribe to the Ranger channel. There's so much inspiration throughout the month. I come back once a month and share a project with you, but there are other designers throughout the month who are sharing projects as well, and there's so much inspiration here. So be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. Okay, so once I have my sentiment popped up, I'm just going to add this to a white card base. I don't think we need any other color. I think it really pops off of the white. So here is my completed card. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.